we are so happy to have John Calipari with us. Coach, the Pacers have a flair for the dramatics. What were your thoughts after game one?
Well, they seem to play better when they're down.
Yes.
And they really pull it out of the hat. I was in New York. They're down 8 with a minute to go. Iman, I left. I got in the car, a 2-point game, went to overtime, and they lose. So they're good at that. But Oklahoma City has Shea. You say what you want. They got really good.
They got the MVP.
They definitely got the MVP. When you got an MVP, you know, at the end of these games, a lot of times you can pass them the ball and kind of let them control your fate. I thought that OKC just did a little too much leaning on him, and, you know, tonight I want to see them share the sugar a little bit more.
Williams is really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Caruso does his thing.
Yeah.
Big boys, they got a terrific group. The two, Case and Wallace played for me too. Really good. The two Arkansas guys, Isaiah, Jalen.
Now you named all these guys. Why you ain't come get me out of Chicago then?
All right, speaking of Shea, it's time to take a look at what fans are searching for, presented to you by Google. According to Google, searches for Shea versus Pacers was a breakout search in the U.S. after game one. He had it going early. He led all players in scoring despite the loss. But it was this quote after the game that had our ears burning. Listen to this.
Yeah, I think as much as we can, we just got to treat it like every other game. Every other situation we've been in. Yes, we haven't been in this situation, but it doesn't mean our character has to change or what we did last time. It's still basketball. It's still the game of basketball that we grew up playing. The rules don't change just because we're in the finals. So it's like we've been in this situation before. In the other situation, we handled it well. We were better for game two, and that's the goal.
Okay, so you coached SGA at Kentucky. Where was he coming from on that quote? Because it caused a little bit of a stir on the internet.
If you ask me what would he say, I would tell you that.
Yeah.
And part of it is his demeanor. He has a championship demeanor. You can't speed him up. You can't get him out of whack. There's no emotion to it. The second piece of it, he's protecting his team. He knows this is on him, but he's telling them, just relax. We're going to be fine. It was one game. It's just the next one. Let's go.
And you were able to hug him, as we saw before this game too. Iman Shumpert had a little bit of a different reaction to that soundbite.
I did. And it's crazy because now that I hear what you said, him defending his teammates, I didn't think of that aspect of it. So I do appreciate that leadership quality in him. It's just the teams that I've been on, I've found more success with guys on your team that haven't been there or don't know how big that moment is. When that moment comes, sometimes you got to grab them by the jersey, shake them a little bit and say, hey, we here. This means more. This is the playoffs. This is not the regular season. This is not just a game. We need this game. Let's lock in. And that would be my mindset when I first saw it. I was like, if I was a player in that locker room, that might have upset me, but I've never played with him.
Do you think he meant that during the game, or he was just saying what he said after the game?
Might have been different in the locker room.
Got it out. I just, having 2 days to sit there and think about how we let a game go and seeing that clip, it would anger me.
Yeah, I've watched a bunch, believe me. My last game, we were up 20 and gave one up. But let me just say one other thing.
Yeah.
I've coached 2 MVPs, Derrick Rose and him. Shea.
Yes.
They're both the same great teammates. Shea won't do an interview after a game unless his
guys are there.
Yeah.
I love that.
What are the similarities between them on the court?
And well, they're both driven and wired to be special.
Right.
Like they want to be the best. Both of them had the same kind of demeanor. Derrick Rose wouldn't take a picture unless he had teammates around him. So they had a lot of the same stuff. Derrick had a little different twitch, you know.
I know. Chicago guy.
And Shea is one that never can speed up. Every shot he can get what he wants. They're different that way.
Right.
But the makeup, the DNA, the same.
I can say the same thing. When I watch them, that nonchalant.
You're a Chicago guy.
Yeah, for
So
sure. That nonchalant that they wear on their face, when you're playing against them, it's hard to deal with. You don't know if he's tired. You don't know if he's frustrated. You don't know if he's hot right now. You just don't know. And they don't say much. They don't speak much. When they do show emotion, it's already too late. So, yeah, I get the similarities in those. The only thing that I see different is D. Rose is one of those guys that likes to push pace. D-Rose, he'll make you fall asleep and then turn it on.
And dunk on you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I think that Shea does a good job of just putting you to sleep. If you're not patient enough, if you can't sit in your stance for long enough, he lulls you to sleep, and then you forget how tall he is. You forget that he shoots with that perfect L on his form. You forget that he's picking spots like Kobe, and that's where he kills you.
Well, SGA and the Thunder led for pretty much the entire game until it actually mattered, the very end. What was your reaction when Tyrese Halliburton's shot went in?
Well, at this point, we know it's coming. If I'm OKC, he's not getting the ball at the end of the game. I was surprised that they're not doing more to take that ball out of his hands at the end. He's shown improved it now. Whatever you throw at him, he's going to take what you give him, and he's not afraid of that moment. Picking spots in those situations, the 2-foot stop right there without the step. It's calm, it's collected, it looks like he wants to shoot it. If you look at the Pacers bench, they're all jumping up and down because they know it's going in. All his guys are waiting for him to score. It's not even so much I'm waiting with my hands ready in a shot pocket. It's like at the end of the game, I just want to see what he does. And anytime you have that trust, I think he's starting to get the trust of the arena on the road that this shot is going in. If I'm on that team, end of the game comes,
you think
he's not
he has
touching
a
the ball.
chip on his shoulder?
Without a doubt. It's a big potato
him.
chip. It's a big potato chip. But he might have ate it already. He got so many celebrations right now. Seriously, he's too dangerous. I would definitely deny him the ball a la how I did Steph Curry down the stretch. You just don't get it. You can't play today. I'm sorry.
Coach, what impresses you about the makeup of this Pacers roster?
Again, they are all doing their role, and they're letting Halliburton do his thing.
Yes.
And no one's fighting it. Every player from guards to bigs, they're like, wait a minute. Some of them, I forgot how good they were until they kept advancing, and you're looking and you're saying, now, wait a minute. This team is pieced together. Second thing, they will play 9 guys in the first half.
Yeah.
So they'll figure out who it is.
And what works.
Yes, and they'll go with it. Rick's really good. They're both great
They're
coaches.
both great. It's an insane coaching matchup.
Yeah.
Brilliant, like 2 very brilliant minds. And we were so happy to have a brilliant mind join us for the beginning of our show. Coach, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Absolutely.